How's it going, estate planning attorneys? So today I want to talk to you about a fun topic because we hear this a lot, and it's just kind of a warning. I'm not saying go one way or the other. Normally my videos are very tactical. I do screen shares, but this is just kind of again, it's somewhat of a warning. So a lot of people, when I get on the phones with them, they say that they have a legal coach or they have some sort of business coach, and there's nothing wrong with having a business coach or mentor. I truly believe that it really can take you a lot farther and it can shortcut a lot of the mistakes. But little backstory, so I'm actually a black belt in jiu-jitsu, right? And I've done jiu-jitsu for 6 years every day for 6 years straight, pretty much. And it's funny because when you're in the gym, a lot of people who are white belts or blue belts, meaning lower on the pecking order, they will give advice to people, and a lot of the times it's the wrong advice. And it's very clear in jiu-jitsu that advice is wrong or right because you get tapped out or you get beaten. But it's funny because less experienced people like giving advice. And that is just, I think, human nature. If you ask someone their opinion, they're going to give you their opinion. They're going to give you advice if you ask for it. And the same can be said for a lot of business coaches out there. So a lot of business coaches, the only thing they've ever done is coach people for business. They've never actually run a business themselves. And so if you're hiring a business coach, I would ask them things like, okay, well, have you done this before? How much money do you make? Are you profitable? How do you grow your company? And C, do they have actual general business knowledge other than just being a coach? Because it's actually rampant now in every industry. There are coaches who the only thing they've ever done is coach. And I think for business, it's very dangerous because I've heard a lot of people get a lot of bad advice. A lot of attorneys, a lot of estate planning attorneys get tons of bad advice when it comes to business. They shouldn't be afraid to share their metrics, and they should also have a track record. So for us, for instance, we're a marketing company. We've spent over $40 million in ads. We run a successful agency ourselves. We make over 7 figures, 40 to 50% profit margins. And I think that your business coach should be comfortable sharing those numbers. We're very comfortable sharing our numbers because we're proud of our numbers. And can they get better? Absolutely. Are we trying to make them better? Absolutely. But a lot of people hide behind the fact that they're just coaches and they're going to tell you what to do, but you don't get to ask them their credentials. The other thing that I want to point out is the fact that we've worked with over, probably in our careers now, we were a generalist agency for years now, over like 300 businesses, close to. So we've had a lot of experience working with businesses, and not just small businesses. We've worked with really large businesses too. We were in the insurance industry for a while. So we're talking $1 million companies who got funding for 10, 15, $20 million from private equity groups. And we've been a part of so many of these businesses, and you'll be shocked that when you're a part of these businesses, how many of them are actually on the brink of bankruptcy, how many of them are unprofitable. So, when you're getting advice from people, it's always in the back of my mind like, okay, well, are you profitable and do you know what you're talking about? So we are very careful who we take advice from and who we take mentoring from, because we want to make sure that they've actually done what we want to do and that they're actually profitable and they're doing it in the best way possible. So again, it's kind of just a warning. It's a different type video today, but I would say tread carefully when you're picking mentors or when you're picking business coaches, because we've heard a lot of people do crazy things because their business coach told them to do it. I would say that if a business coach is staying by the numbers, if they're focusing on efficiencies and general guidance, then that's great. And if they help you as a sounding board, that's great. But again, tread carefully. That's just my 2 cents. Hope to see you on the next video.